Hi.
So, yeah. So in the last class, we done with this one, right? How to launch the EC2 instance, everything with the help of the command. And I shown you that how you can use the AWS help command to find all the commands, everything. Okay. So anybody tried this, that launching the EC2 instance, everything with the help of command, or is still to do? Others not tried?
Yeah, not right.
Okay. Just try it over this weekend, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So how many of you know about the database? Like, have any idea about the database?
Yeah, I have idea. I'm
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
Okay. So do you know that why we are using the database? Like, what is the thing? Anything? Why we require the database? Anybody know that?
Yeah, we have to store the data and we have to retrieve the data from the database, right?
Yeah. So basically, take an example. You can come to this website if somebody is unaware about this. What is the database? Okay, W3 School is a great website to learn some basic things. Okay, as a software developer. So if somebody want to learn about SQL, SQL is just a database type. There are so many different companies available in the market who provides the database service, like SQL is there, MS SQL is there, Oracle is there, Postgres is there, ClickHouse is there. There are so many databases available in the market. Okay. Uh, Again, the popular ones are SQL, Postgres, Oracle, this ClickHouse. These all are some popular databases. So if somebody is going to start with the database knowledge or something, SQL is the best, easy to understand. Okay. Now, why I am saying you this all, okay? So because before I can set up this entire SQL in my AWS account in less than 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, there will be no any problem in that. The thing is, how you are going to use this. Okay, what is the use benefit of this? So let me show you about this. Like take an example in this website. What is the most benefit is they will teach you everything, all the commands. Just you can click on this, you can do it, and even you can try it. Okay, so just like I clicked on try it yourself. Okay, so I can run it here. So if I'm going to say that select a star from customer, so customer is a table here. Okay, inside this customer table, we have so many datas. So if I'm going to run SQL here, you'll see that these all are the datas present here inside this database. Okay. So take an example, if we are maintaining a record of 100 people or something, so we maintain the record that this is the customer ID, this is the customer name, this is the contact name, address, city, postal code, country. Okay. Now, if I given you all the data, right? Now, if I'm going to say you, can you find all the person who is living in Brazil? Like there are so many persons living in Brazil here, right? 1, 2, 3, like that way. So either you can find it manually, okay, or you can write something here, okay. So that will automatically filter out all the result in which the country is Brazil. Is this making sense? What I'm talking about? We are filtering out total 92 records is there. I don't want all the records. My requirement is to find the records in which country is equal to Brazil. That's it. Okay. So I'll be simply writing here command select. I want to get all the details of the customer's table. Okay. But there will be a condition. Okay. Where our country is equal to, where country is equal to Brazil. That's it. I will just write a condition like this. And it is just like, it is so simple. Anybody is reading it first time, they can clearly understand that we are printing something which, and where we are giving a condition that country should be equal to Brazil. Run SQL and you are going to see, yeah, see all the person got sorted out. And only we are getting only 9 records and total 9% is there is from the Brazil. Is this making sense? All of you?
Yeah.
Now in this Brazil, you're seeing that at least 4 people here who are from this location, right? I can just copy this and I can give one more condition where country is equal to Brazil and and is again one more statement. And I'm saying that city should be equal to this one. And just do the run score. Now see, they are just filtering out the 4 records where the country is Brazil and city is this one. Okay. So we can filter the records as per our conditions. Getting it, all of you? So database, we are storing the data just to make it that finding the result is easier here. If you know the condition, how to find it, everything, how to filter out, you can easily filter the result here. Okay. So for that purpose, we are using the databases. And in the databases, we can handle so many records, millions and millions of records, right? And we can find it easily by just writing a few statement like that. Now, once we got the idea what is the SQL, if somebody want to learn it, you can come to this website, you can come here, you can go to like where syntax. Currently, I talked to you about the where syntax. So they given you the example that if somebody want to find the people from the country is equal to Mexico, so this is the exact command we use, right? Mexico, I just written in the Brazil. Similarly, if somebody want to use the AND statement or something, so you can come here, okay, and this is the demo database they are taking it, and they are saying that select a star from customer, and see, I just given country is equal to Brazil and city I given something different, but the statement was entirely same. Okay, so you can come here, you can try it yourself, you can do some change in the value, and you can find that whether it is working well. Is it okay? Everyone? Now, to set up this in the AWS cloud, there is a service called RDS. RDS is relational database. Okay, RDS. Simply have to click on this RDS setting. RDS is a service which provides us a database. Okay. Once you click on that RDS, you have to simply click on create database. You can create any of the database. We are going with the method called easy create. It will simply create us. We don't have to configure so many things here. Okay. Now they are saying which database you are going to use. There are so many options they are giving here, right? My Microsoft SQL, MariaDB, Oracle, Postgres. I'm going to use the MySQL. So I'll just select the MySQL. Okay. Now they are saying in the MySQL we have the three options. Either you can go with the production environment, dev environment, or free tier environment. So currently I'm in my free tier account. So I will select the free tier, so I don't have to pay any charges or something. Okay. Now they're saying you want to keep your username of your database as admin or you want to change it. So I want to keep it as admin only. So let it be admin. Now, whatever the password you want to give it, okay, that you can write it here. So take an example, I'm giving some password here. And whatever the password you are writing here, just remember that. Okay, this password is important. Username and password. This will only help you to come inside the database. Okay. And that's it. Simply click on create database. This is so simple. Just you have to give the name, choose the database. Okay. Choose the username, choose the password, and simply come here and click on create database. Now they are going to download everything. They will launch a machine where they will launch the database, everything. You don't have to worry about. Just you have to wait for 2 to 3, 4 minutes time, okay, until they are creating the entire database ready for you. So let's wait until they are creating. So currently it is in the process. Once the database will be created, okay, we'll be able to see that a status will be available. So just wait for that. Meanwhile, anybody have any question to ask, anything from previous topic or facing any difficulty? All of you are able to understand the topics, whatever we are covering, or how is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it is creating. Let me show you the next step. What we have to do is once the database will be created. So these all things we have to do. Okay, every screenshot is there. Once it will be created, a status will be available. Okay, currently it is in the creating stage itself. Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to log into an EC2 instance. Okay. Again, you don't have to remember all the steps, everything. AWS already created their documentation on their website. Okay. And if somebody want to connect to that particular thing, so you can come to this directly particular that link and this link, let it open. So in this link, they are clearly saying that if somebody want to create a DB instance that is running on the MySQL database instance, how you can do it. So they are saying if you are going to use, okay, if you are going to use Amazon Linux 2023 EC2 instance, then use this command. If you are going to use Amazon Linux 2, please use this command. They are clearly saying it, okay. And you know that till now, whatever the EC2 instance we are launching, let me just go to stage. I think database is also created. So yeah, it is created something that enhance monitoring everything they are doing. Let us come to this EC2 instance service. EC2 instances. Let me check any instance I can use for your practical. Okay, let me use this instance. Okay, this instance is again running on Amazon Linux 2 only, so you don't have to worry about. You can take any of your instance which is running on your machine. Okay, and you can simply start this machine. Let me just start it. I'm using this machine. Other machine. I don't know for now. Okay, so let it be. This machine start. Meanwhile, let me check. So currently zero connection is there. CPU users started to come. Last stage backing up is going to happen. Once that will be happen, then a status will become available. Then we'll be able to connect everything. Meanwhile, this machine is also running. So if you want to connect, we can connect. So let me just connect using Putty quickly. Okay, we connected to this machine, well and good up to here. Meanwhile, this is in the packing state itself. Now it is in the modifying. Okay. Now if we'll follow this link we opened, right? This official documentation. Here they are saying that if our machine is running on Amazon Linux 2, we have to run this command. So simply just copy this command, okay, and come here, become the root user, okay, like this way, or you can run this command without root user also, okay. Sudo yum install MariaDB, press enter. They are going to install a software, just install it. And this software is going to give you the MySQL also in the backend. MariaDB is a database again, which runs on the MySQL itself in the backend. Okay. So that's why whenever you install the MariaDB, MySQL automatically get installed. Okay. So version, press enter. See MySQL output is coming. That means MySQL is successfully installed. Okay. MySQL is a database. Okay, so basically, see, whenever we are talking about a database, there is a two types there, right? One is the server, one is the client. Server is the machine where our actually the database is home. Okay, and client is basically if one person want to communicate. Okay, then you should have like take an example. To give this example, how I can show you is. Okay, so take an example like you want to do a video call to a person who is living some different location. Okay, so that person should have a mobile phone, right? Whom you want to call or whom you want to connect, right? So that will be act as a server, and you also should have a mobile phone that will be act as a client. Okay. So since you are calling to him and you are able to see him on the video call, everything, so you will be acted as a client, he will be acting as a server. Okay. So similarly here, MySQL server we launched it with the help of the AWS. Okay. This database basically, this is running, it is available also. Okay, now to connect to this database, okay, we created this, okay, a machine. We took a EC2 instance machine and in which we installed a MySQL. Okay, and now we can connect to this. How we can connect to this? So first you go inside this database here, and they are giving you some details here that this is the endpoint, this is the port. If you go in the configuration, they are saying that somebody used the username as admin, somebody set up some password. Like this way, they are telling all those things. Okay. So as a DevOps engineer, what we have to do is we have to create a database. Okay, we have to set up this URL, everything. We have to set up the username, admin, password, everything. After that, we have to give this connectivity access, okay, to other people, like basically our database admin team. Okay, so in that case, what we are going to do is you can follow this document also. They are saying once you install the MariaDB and you are writing this command MySQL hyphen version and you are able to get output, then what you can do is the next step is you are seeing the two things. When you click on your database, you'll be seeing two things, endpoint and port. Just now I saw it, right? So if somebody want to communicate with that, you have to simply write a command MySQL, then -h, then you have to give your endpoint URL, okay? Then you have to mention hyphen capital P, then you have to mention your port, then you have to mention -u, then you have to write the username and hyphen a small p for password. So they given all these commands, everything, and they explained it here also. So forget about this command. Come here. No sound is audible to you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, I was at this point, right? In point URL everything. Let me connect to that. Just let me check this.
Your voice is not audible.
It, is it not audible to everybody?
No, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
is
also.
it possible that other person will not able to? Okay. Just use it. This was our machine. Let me just connect it this time directly from here. So it's done. Now I was saying you. So the file that we are referring. After installing, okay, after installing MariaDB and make sure that whether MySQL is running or then you have to use this. So how to write this command? Simply come to your database. At this page, simply open your putty and just write the command first within the root user. Clear it all. Type the command MySQL -u -h, okay, -h for host, and then you have to paste this endpoint URL. Just copy this endpoint URL. Just come here, just paste. Then after this, you have to give capital P. Then you have to mention the port 3306 after this space. Then you have to give the -u for username. Username is admin in our case. Small p for password. Press enter. They will ask you to write the password. Just write the password. Try to hit the password, but it is not working. There can be one reason here. That's the reason. So if you come here, they are saying us who can access this, the person who is having this security group attached. What you have to do is you have to come to your EC2 instance. Okay, this EC2 instance basically I am running the MySQL, right? So this machine you have to come here, click on action, click on security, okay, click on change security.
In this security group, we have to find the exactly same security group that they are talking. They are talking about the default security group. We add it and click this. Okay? This default security group that I added. And since we add it, now if this person will again try to connect, they are writing the password. Say this time I connected in this. So it means that's fine. Because if somebody will be having that security group attached to them, then only they will be able to. Now we connected to the MySQL. How we connected? Using the command MySQL -h, then give the endpoint URL, then give the -P, write the port, -username, admin, and -p. Then they will ask you the password, type the password. Just sign up to it. Just fine. Are you not able to hear me? Noise.
Yes, we can.
Up to here, is it clear, right? That how we connected to the
Yes. So till now, we didn't log into this server, right? We just tried to connect to this MySQL from the client machine. I mean, from the client application.
So now this output is coming from the server machine. Once we connected and authentication is done, so it is connected from our client machine, server machine. And that's why it is connected to the server machine. If you are going to come here, press this page, it will say you that one person is connected. Currently, 0 connection is shown. One connection. That means you connect. Okay. So that means connections. Now, since we have the connection, now if somebody don't know anything about the command or anything, what to run, so simply just copy paste this command to just verify whether this database is. So database is a command which will show you that how many database is present. You can give the database also. For that, you have to just refer that w3 school. But if I want to create a database with the name called MyDB, this is a command like create database and the whatever the database name. So created a actually see this command is missing. Database will be there. When you are copying, so make sure. Now again, if I let the command show database, they will say that's one more database. That is this database I. Now, in every database, you can store multiple tables. Okay, so if I want to use this database, MyDB, so I have to just write the command use. Now I'm going to use this database. Inside this database, I can create multiple tables. I can create the customer table. I can create the employee table. I can create the order table like this. So here, take an example. After writing the command use MyDB, if it is written like this MyDB here, that means you are currently inside the MyDB database. Now, when you are coming to the MyDB database, so you can use the command. Sorry. So just go to this particular link. Okay, go to this particular link. And if somebody want to add some data, you want to create a table with the name called movies, everything. So this is the link you can follow. This is the website that we just opened. In this again, they are saying how to connect to the MySQL database, how to store database. Here they created a database with the name called movies. That they are saying that we are going to create a table in which I am going to write 4 different columns: title, director, release year. You can simply copy this command. It will create a table. So just copy this command, paste it here, press enter. The table will be created. To check whether this table got created or not, simply give the name describe movies, because we created a table with the name called movies. I'll say describe movies. So they will say that yes, your movies table is created. Or even if I'll write the command like this, show tables. So they will say that there is one table with the name called movies is created. When I am saying, can you describe the table movies? They are saying in this table movies, retain 4 different fields. Okay, in these all fields, we are going to store this type of the values. Like this title. Title will be the character value. That's why we retain where carrier. Release year will be always with the integer value. That's why we retain. Once you've done this, now if you want to add some movies here in the list, okay, so you can use like this command insert into movies. That is saying that I want to insert a data inside the movies table, and that value will be the first value will be title, so Joko, director, and the release. Like this way, just you can copy this command, you will press enter, and that's it. One data got added. Somebody want to add one more movie. So take an example, I'm giving it here 2020. We director name you can give any here. Take an example, I'm giving John. Case of psychological thriller, take an example, I'm just giving the movies where it's and movie name. I'll press enter a new column. Similarly, you can add one more column, you can add some different movie here. And give the release here, take an example like that. And you press enter, you can want to change the director name also, you can use enter. That is also. Now, if you want to check that how many data we have, it's only in the starting. It's simply let's select and table name is movies. They are saying that in the table movies there are 3 data. But now if somebody want to find only the movies which is released in the year 2019, then how you'll be writing the command where release year is equal to. Now they are going to find only the column in which there is a movie having the release year. There's one. There is only one movie having the release year. Okay. You are doing select star from movie. They are showing all the list of, but you want to see the movies. Okay. They're just showing a movies list which is available. Like this way, you can create the database, you can use it. But as a DevOps engineer, you should only know how to connect to the database, okay, and how to create the database, everything, the basic syntax of the database that will be. Because for more details of the database, definitely a database admin will be there in your company. The database will be there. Okay, who are playing with all the database. As a DevOps engineer, it's the only thing you have to understand here in the. And the AWS perspective, our syllabus is complete. Okay. Now only one topic in the AWS cloud is that is the networking part. Subnet everything. These all things will be covering in our Terraform lecture. When I will teach you the Terraform, that time I will cover it. Is it fine? Just practice up to here, okay. And after this, from the next class, we are going to start with the Ansible, and this will be a purely DevOps topic. Now we are going to jump in. That is, now we cover the Linux, Git, AWS Cloud. Okay. Now we are going to start with Ansible. Anybody here heard about the Ansible anytime before? Heard about Ansible?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Do you know like anything?
No, I just heard about like Ansible, Terraform and all.
Okay, so
Terraform,
Ansible
right?
is Terraform will be covering later. Terraform
Okay.
will be our the last topic. Yes.
Okay.
First, we have to cover the Ansible, then we'll be covering the next. Jenkins, Artifactory, SnarkView, Maven, Tomcat, all these things. Then we'll be jumping. Okay, so just try to practice it. Okay, anyhow, tomorrow we'll be having the class for the Ansible. But